Okay, I have already recorded this once and the sound didn't work because now I have to use my dang little headset. So we are going to try this again. And I apologize for the receptionist to look. So what I said before was that I know that in one of the classes I had you do a little bit of work on the back side of page 24, which would be page 25. But in the other class I didn't, and so just to keep everybody on the same page, we are going to, if you have the work on this page, just go ahead and cross it off. The work is fine, just cross off the page number. So we had, the last page we did was page 24, composite figures. Get to a clean 2-page spread, so if your notes have gotten off during the last chapter, this is a perfect time to get synced back up. And then this is page 25 that we are doing. And this is Intro to Ratios. And for those of you fans of the table of contents, when I recorded this the last time, I already wrote it in there, but take a second and write it in your table of contents. Okay. So a ratio is a comparison of two quantities. Now, you're probably used to the word comparison, like when you're comparing two things or two people or two places, you're thinking about, you know, how they stack up against each other. Is a comparison of two quantities. Quantities might not be as familiar a word, but quantities just means numbers of things, amounts. So there are 2 water bottles on my desk. Whoop, wrong way. So the quantity is 2. There are 2 water bottles. So quantities are just amounts. You might think of quantitative data, which remember is data with like numbers. Yeah, quantities. So a ratio is a comparison of 2 quantities. So we're going to draw a little, we'll do that, and we'll add some hearts in here. So I have 5 stars and 2 hearts. Apologize if that's difficult to see. And we're going to write the ratio of stars to hearts. In other words, we're going to compare the quantity of stars to the quantity of hearts. And there are 3 ways to write ratios. 1, 2, 3. And in all of these, it's important to pay attention to the order of what they asked you for. So in this case, it's stars to hearts. So in all of these, we need to make sure that the number of stars comes first. So the first way to write a ratio is to use a colon. And so the ratio of stars to hearts would be there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars to 2 hearts. So when we say colon, that's what this guy is right here. The little thing that shows up in the time. Okay? Again, important to make sure that the number of stars comes first. The second way to do it is to use the word 2, as in 5 to 2. Seems simple enough, right? And the last way to write a ratio is to write it in a fraction form. And this throws people for a loop sometimes, but it's really not too bad. So we would say that there are 5 to 2 like that. And if that seems confusing to you, keep in mind that this is saying there are 5 halves times as many hearts as stars. If we turn that into a mixed number, it would be 2.5. And it's true that if we take the number of hearts and we multiplied it by 2.5, we would get 5 stars. So fraction is just, again, paying attention to the order, number over number. And that is our introduction to ratios.